Now, we all saw yesterday that surreal performance by the editor of the programme, who, when he was being asked by a reporter from Sky about bullying on the programme, started talking about aubergines.
Hello there, and I do hope you're all well. Now, if you're wondering what he's talking about when it comes to aubergines and an ITV boss, he's talking about Martin Frizzle, or Frizzle, whatever you like to call him. And one thing I've noticed about SNP MP John Nicolson when it comes to this culture, media and sports committee meetings, whoever they shove in front of him, they don't have an easy ride. It makes them uncomfortable, doesn't it? And he's pretty good at it. I think it's his little passion, so understandable. And in this one, it was on the 6th of June 2023, and there were pre-legislative scrutiny of the draft media bill. That was the subject they were talking about. And again, no exceptions here for Magnus, Brooke, who's the Group Director of Strategy, Policy and Regulations for ITV. And the subject was about bullying and what this guy said. Take it away, John.
What do you make about the bullying allegations that we've heard over the last week?
Do I make of them?
Yeah, what do you make of them? As a senior ITV official, what do you feel when you hear staff complain about bullying? Because that's the worst thing you can possibly hear, surely, as a senior manager.
No, look, we take our responsibilities in relation to safeguarding and duty of care very seriously. Bullying is absolutely in breach of our code of conduct. It's very clearly set out. We have a set of policies around bullying and harassment at work. And clearly, bullying is unacceptable. If we find bullying, it's inconsistent with our policy. We'd expect people to report it, and we'd expect it to be dealt with appropriately.
And of course, the person that reported in the first instance would be the editor of the programme. Now, we all saw yesterday that surreal performance by the editor of the programme, who, when he was being asked by a reporter from Sky about bullying on the programme, started talking about aubergines. It was surreal and bizarre. I think most people watching that would have thought, this is the person who's responsible for safeguarding young staff. He's being outrageously dismissive and flippant on camera about an immensely serious issue. I wouldn't like to have been a young staffer going and talking to that editor about bullying, given that that's the way he treats the subject matter on camera in public.
Let me reassure you, Mr. Nicolson, that we take these issues very seriously.
But what about what he said?
I wouldn't endorse what he said. In fact,
you agree it's bizarre.
I wouldn't use that word.
What word would you use?
I'd certainly say it was extremely ill-judged to say what he did. But look, I can reassure you on behalf of ITV that we do take all of these allegations very seriously, precisely because we do have a culture in which people's conduct it matters enormously to ITV.
Is his position secure after that?
That's not a question for me, and it's not a question for now. As you know, one of the ways in which we're demonstrating that we're taking this seriously is by appointing a very senior KC who's got very significant experience in dealing with HR issues and particularly sensitive investigations, because there are multiple things we have to take into account here around privacy and so on, as you will appreciate. And it's appropriate that actually the KC establishes the facts, gets to the bottom of what's happened, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Now, I know we're a bit old, but I just thought John Nicolson was brilliant as always. He always is at these. He's just dynamite, isn't he? And takes no nonsense, does it? And Magnus, Brooke, he looked incredibly uncomfortable, didn't he? But the thing is, I thought it was a very, very important question, because for me, in all walks of life, whatever we've done, I think we've all suffered a bit of bullying. And Martin Frizzle's, whatever's response was totally out of order and unnecessary. And he was quite right when he says, if I'm being bullied, who am I going to go to? This guy? I don't think so. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, because I thought John Nicolson was absolutely brilliant. And if you want to watch the full meeting, I will have it downloaded for you to watch as well. And if you enjoy Select Committee meetings like I do, subscribe. And I shall just leave the video here, and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.